Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Hey y'all, so let's talk about it because I got time today. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. One of y'all boyfriends last week asked me did I know how to make smothered turkey wings, so I thought I'd share my recipe.
As pretty as this young lady is, she wasn't the first. Ain't that right, Chisa?
This is how low the bar has gotten. Is that this now is entertainment for men.
God damn! God damn!
Take it back.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. It's a real plate.
Damn! God damn!
Why is the sisterhood so triggered by women that like cooking for men?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Run that intro. Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back. Back your gold taxes.
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Uncle L. You call me Uncle Short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day, sir. First and foremost, shout out to all my day one subs and shout out to all my new subs. I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up with me. There's a billion places on this platform where y'all can be, yet y'all choose to pull up with me and kick it. And I love that. Thank y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. This is therapy for me. I say rest in peace, Pops, every video for a reason. Thank y'all for pulling up with me. But, hey y'all, I done crossed that 500 threshold. I'm trying, as far as subs, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, y'all. Help me out. Take a chance on your boy. Give me a sub. And if you can't give me a sub, give me a like or give me a share. It all helps me. Today, I had to make a sequel to this because the Cooking with Kaya video was so popular. I was like, you know what? Miss Kaya wasn't the first young lady to get denigrated and shamed for catering to a man. There was chicks that came before her that got the same treatment for doing the same thing. It's amazing how women that like taking care of their boyfriends or husbands get shamed.
He ain't lying.
They get attacked for being supportive and nurturing women that want to take care of their husband and their family, or their boyfriend and their family. And they usually get attacked by women that think like this.
You always care about when it comes to the argument. Well, we did this, we did that, we did all.
Let me tell you why. A man doesn't want someone to protect him physically. He wants you to make him a sandwich.
Now that's disrespectful.
No, see, why is it disrespectful to have to cook for your man?
Men want everything but the actual relationship. I'm so tired of that.
Exactly.
I'll just be like, so you want me to cook for you?
You want me to clean for you?
You want to come wash your clothes? But you not trying to have me be a woman. Like,
if a guy asks,
what? That's crazy.
If a guy asks you something, if a guy asks you to do something, and you're like, oh, where my ring at? And you ask a guy to do something, and he's like, well, how you think the ring gonna come?
You know I'm non-traditional. So I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For what?
What?
This mindset literally puts you in the negative. You're not going to be an asset to any man or family, and you're just going to be taking up space and wasting time. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click that notification bell for all updates. Not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Men want everything but the actual relationship. I'm so tired of it.
Exactly.
I'll just be like, so you want me to cook for you?
I want me to clean for you.
You're going to cook, you're going to clean, and that's the prereq. Those are some of the basic requirements for getting accepted into the program. It's what's required of you. No debate.
She's got a point.
You want to come wash your clothes, but you not trying to have me be a woman. Like, what the?
If a guy asks,
what? That's crazy.
If a guy asks you something, if a guy asks you to do something, and you're like, oh, where my ring at? And you ask a guy to do something, and he's like, well, how you think the ring gonna come?
Ladies, a man, he is not going to marry you if you don't demonstrate that you're eligible. You have to demonstrate that you're wife material consistently, over and over again. You have to show that you are wife material. The man who's going to give you the ring in his last name and make you a part of his legacy, he's the one who's going to have to determine that. You have to prove it to him. And we need a universal zero tolerance policy. If the man is asking the woman to do something and she's talking about where's my ring, that is an uncooperative woman and she's attempting to practice conditional femininity. Get her out of there. I mean, she need to get to stepping right away. I'm telling you, zero tolerance, because the issues that's gonna follow a person like that, it's a liability, it's detrimental to your life, your health, and everything that you try to build.
Damn right.
Shout out to my girl Pink Book Lessons. She makes great content. I'm gonna link her video in the description. Please go over there, give her a like, a sub, and a share. She just spoke facts. What this young lady is talking about is emblematic of the problem that men are having in the dating market. Far too many women want men to be traditional and prove ourselves as men. That's what we have to do from the get-go. They simultaneously tell us that they're not going to prove themselves to us. They're not going to do any wifely duties or nothing like that till we put a ring on it. And some of them tell us that they're not going to do wifely duties even if we put a ring on it. It's up to them. It's conditional.
Are you crazy or just plain stupid?
Nah, it don't work like that. If I have to be in my gender role and be the man all the time, the husband all the time, the provider and the protector all the time, then the woman I settle with needs to be in her feminine role. Not trying to sound sexist. She needs to be in her feminine role. She needs to play that counterpart and be in her nurturing and supportive role. I mean, and that's just what it is. Ladies, if you want a man to be masculine, that masculine man is going to need a feminine woman. It's really that simple.
I thank you.
You know I'm non-traditional, so I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For what?
You know, these modern women, they really get on my last nerve with this right here, this BS. They love to cherry pick traditional values. She's talking about she's not a traditional woman. Why should she have to cook for a man? But I bet if she's ever able to get a man to take her out to dinner, she's going to expect for him to pay the bill.
Cook for your damn self. You got feet, right?
So you don't feel like you.
And you know, my mom can't stand when I used to date Kenny. My mom can't stand when I didn't fix his plate. He got legs and feet. Get your ass up and fix your own plate.
Ma'am, just stay single. Why time after time we have to have this issue with black women having a problem with fixing plates? It's so silly. I've talked about this countless times, but what I'm seeing here is a person with issues dealing with the opposite gender, and flat out contempt. You can't do anything with this. You don't go around dating a woman like that.
It's so bad, but I don't care.
So you don't feel like you have, so if you cook for your man, you don't feel like you have to take up his plate?
No. Oh. I would, no, listen, Linda, I would do it. I would make his plate only because I feel like it. Don't be like, oh, go make me a plate. Who are you talking to?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
Oh my God, where do these people come from? A clear disciplinary problem. She has an issue with authority. She's not going to follow your leadership because she has a problem with following directions and taking directions from a man. Most women like this, they are raised in homes led by their single mothers, and they don't understand order, structure, authority, and respect.
Exactly. Chicks that move like this young lady expect a man to always show up in this masculine role. But when that masculine man needs her to play her feminine position, it's up to her to decide when she is feminine and when she wants to play that role. It doesn't work like that. That's why a lot of these young ladies cannot find men. They cannot find men. Men are done with getting a one-sided deal where we have to put up the traditional things that women require, but they get to decide and pick and choose whether or not they'll be a feminine woman to us. Far too many women want us to play our gender role as a boyfriend, husband, provider. But when it comes time for her to be the nurturer, the caretaker, the one that makes sure the household is kept together, the one that makes sure I don't starve, the one that makes sure I'm fed when I go out here to work these hours so you ain't got to work hard. They feel like they don't have to do that. You think I'm lying?
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
I can't come home to a full-course meal. What we married for? What we married for?
I'm not your mama. I'm your wife.
I just pulled a 13-hour shift. I just knew I was going to come home and have some food on the goddamn stove. And now you playing, man. You been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? You don't pay no goddamn bill. I pay the car notes, the house notes, family trips. I'll pay for.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Man, you know what?
Provide and protect. Provide and protect. That's what you're supposed to do.
Why I can't get no food in the house then? Huh?
This isn't an isolated incident. Far too many men are out here working themselves to the bone, working themselves to death to take care of women that can't even feed them when they get off work. This man said he worked 13 hours. He pays car notes. He pays house notes. He sponsors vacations. He can't get a hot meal when he walk through the door.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Ladies, you wonder why men are staying single? What we gonna work ourselves to the bone for a woman that won't even help us? I'm single myself. I work 12, 13-hour shifts. And guess what? Every hour I work benefits me. I ain't gotta pay for nobody else's habits. I ain't gotta take care of no woman. You ladies act like men are obligated to fulfill a role, and y'all don't have to offer some type of reciprocity. If you're not gonna help me, I don't need you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you're not gonna help me, my life will be easier without you. It'll be less stressful, and I'll save more money.
More money, more money, more money.
So why would I pick a chick that ain't gonna help me get ahead? Help us get ahead? The answer is I wouldn't. And too many men agree with me. That's why these chicks can't find husbands or even boyfriends. But hey, let's continue.
Am I the for telling my husband's coworker to stop coddling him by bringing a lunch for him? I acknowledge that my husband works a physically intensive job and very long hours, typically 60 to 65 hours per week on a slow week.
That is too much.
That is a lot of work. You should be working less.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate how hard he works so I can be home for our kids after school and during their time off.
Okay.
Okay, she acknowledges that her man is a hard-working man that works 60 to 65 hours a week so she can be at home with the kids and make sure that she can show up for their kids in the capacity as a parent. And after he works these hours, he gets off work, comes home, and does additional work. Does she make his life easier?
With that out of the way, onto the issue. He says he rarely has time or energy to pack his own lunch for the day. Oftentimes he falls asleep after getting home and doing the rest of his share of the housework and spending time with the kids. In the mornings he takes care of the dogs and some smaller household things before going to work. He used to ask me to help him by packing a lunch, and sometimes I would, but otherwise I tell him he needs to manage his time better by multitasking.
Oh my god.
Or waking up earlier because he's a grown man and can pack his own lunch.
You're gonna make me side with a man. I'm so
God
pissed
forbid.
at you.
This guy married a feminist.
Notice for the past several months, he doesn't always take his lunch bag with him. The other day, I got curious as to how much he's spending weekly on eating out. Checking our account, I saw that every week he takes out or transfers $45, but no unknown restaurant charges. Considering current prices, I asked him where he's eating that $45 is lasting him all week, because I'd like to see what they got. That's when he told me he's not eating anywhere. He and a few of his coworkers give money to another coworker, and then his wife either packs breakfasts slash lunches for everyone, for anyone pitching in, or drops food off at the drop site.
It's like winning.
Oh, that's very nice.
I told him she's not their servant, and he needs to knock it off.
What if that's her job? What if she's just running a business?
Yeah, a little food business for $45 a week.
No, straight. I mean, okay. Well, I'll go.
She's making her own money. No, you're right.
She's making money.
I told him she's not their servant, and he needs to knock it off. Saturday, when he was talking to that particular coworker about a job they'd be doing all week, I leaned close to the phone and told his coworker to also stop giving him lunches and be better to his wife. I went on to tell them both all he was doing was coddling my husband and the others, and that they're adults. If they're worried about lunchtime, they take care of it themselves instead of depending on someone else, going to Wendy's to get coddled.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Some people hate community so much. Like, just hate building it. They hate other people.
Yeah.
Helping other people. They hate it a lot.
It's really depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
We argued about it and still hadn't resolved the issue when he left for the job yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon, I dropped the kids off with my parents and I was venting to them about it. Both of my parents told me the easiest solution would be to just do it myself or let him keep paying because it's one small thing to do to help make his job easier, then reminded me about how they packed each other's lunches whenever one of them had to stay home with us while growing up. Am I telling my husband and his coworker to stop providing lunches for him?
Maybe.
So even though this young lady admitted that her husband is a great worker, great provider, gets off work, comes home, does additional housework, gets up, goes to bed, gets up early so he can take the dogs out, which is another thing that takes a burden off the household, she can't fix this man a lunch. She can't take 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes out of her day to fix this man a lunch.
I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
And these women can't figure out why men are avoiding marriage, avoiding relationships, and are just smashing and dashing, hitting and quitting, squirting and skirting. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. But I do tell you what, you know the type of women that get wifed up? These type right here.
There you go, baby. You are so welcome. So welcome.
So what you guys are watching right there is videos of a wife serving her man food. This is literally all or most of the videos on this couple's page, right? It's just her making food and serving it. And they have over like 100K followers. I thought this was really interesting, right? Things have gotten so bad today with women that this right here is entertaining to men, right? This is the closest most men will get to a woman serving them food. Now that I look at it, it's kind of like a POV type situation, right? It's like they almost make you feel like it's you. This is how low the bar has gotten, is that this now is entertainment for men. In the comment section, there's men saying things like, "You're a lucky guy, she's wonderful," and they'll watch these videos of her just basically cooking food and handing it over to him. But again, the only thing that went through my mind is this how bad things have gotten that we see something like this and we're just like, oh man, must be nice. Like, here's rare footage of a woman serving her man. Of course, she does a little dance at the very end. That's good, right? Men appreciate this. And again, this is probably the closest most men will get to a woman cooking for them. Most men today, I believe, probably cook better than their women that they're with.
So this is love. So this His love.
I put a spell on you.
All I know is I always loved making my Clarence a plate.
What's that, Grandma?
Well, when we came up, it was different from the way it is now. When a black man went out into the world, they treated him like he wasn't a man. So the least I could do when Clarence came home was make him a plate. Make him feel like he was somebody. Let him know that somebody loved him, even though the world didn't.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Chisa Zed. That's where I got that clip with the thick young, the thick lady that's serving her husband a plate, the light-skinned chick. Oh, that's where I got that clip from, Chisa Zed. I'm gonna link the video in the description. And shout out to the channel Cooking with Christiana. That's that pretty chocolate, glistening, gleaming young lady with the pretty chocolate skin and that thick natural hair. I'm sorry, I'm partial to dark-skinned black women. My mama's lighter than me. I don't like light-skinned black women because they remind me of my mama and family. It's no colorism thing. It's like a, you know what I mean? Light-skinned black women remind me of my mama, and that's not a turn on. So shout out to Cooking with Christiana, that piece of gorgeous chocolateness that, yeah. These are the type of women that become wives. Ladies, cooking for us, cooking for your man, cooking for us when we love you. It's the only way I can describe it is, it would be like if we walked through the door on a Tuesday evening after we got off from work with 24 roses just because it's Tuesday. Not because it's your birthday, not because it's an anniversary, simply because we love you. That's what it feels like when y'all cook for us and put a plate in front of us. It's like y'all done walked in and gave us 24 roses. It's like, oh my God, you shouldn't have. Oh. I mean, I'm being silly, but I'm also being dead ass serious. We are so simple to please. And if you can cook and you put a hot plate of deliciousness in front of us, oh my God. After we get through eating this plate, we finna eat up something else. With that said, I'm gonna bring this one to a close. I appreciate y'all stopping through. Man, help me get to 1,000 subs, y'all. Shout out to my day one subs and shout out to my new subs, man. I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I tell you I appreciate all of y'all. Take a chance on your boy. Give me a sub. Short of that, give me a like and a share. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodles.